Zhao Zhou said emotionally. Juan, I don't look down on you. I think that the things you sell are smuggled goods, which is always not a way. What if you were caught by the police someday? Juan said angrily, You're so FC King cursing me here, hurry up and hang up now. After speaking, she immediately hung up the phone. Zhao Zhou looked at Zhang Ming with some embarrassment, and blurted out, I'm sorry, my girlfriend may not believe you a little bit, but she hasn't seen you this time. If she had seen you, she must all believe you. Or let's make some time tomorrow and I will show you to meet her, you tell her the details in person. Zhang Ming waved his hand immediately and blurted out, Farewell, farewell. Let's forget about it. She doesn't believe it. It can only prove that she has no idea with the money, and we should not force it. In fact, Zhang Ming knew very well in his heart that just by listening to Juan on the phone, he knew that this woman was definitely not a fuel-efficient lamp. She is able to cheat on other men while answering her boyfriend's phone calls, and also scolds her boyfriend like an idiot. Is such a sturdy and fearless gameplay ordinary people? This shows that this girl must be very powerful. Among other things, as far as her broken mouth is concerned, it is estimated that one can count as 10. If she really met him and he let her know that Zhao Zhou had given him 620,000, then she would definitely try her best to get the money back. So he cleared his throat, looked at Zhao Zhou with some embarrassment, and asked tentatively, How long have you known your girlfriend? Zhao Zhou hurriedly said, We have known each other for 3 years and have been together for 2 years. Zhang Ming asked again, Then how did you two meet? Zhao Zhou smiled and said, At that time, I wanted to enter a company, and I needed to ask people to do things, and they asked me to take 2 soft china. I wondered how expensive this soft china is. 1 piece is several hundred and 2 pieces are more than 1,000. Then I wanted to look for it and see if anyone could sell it cheaper, but I searched it online. Hey, there is really a cheap one. Juan. She sells smuggled soft china, only 200. After listening to Zhang Ming, his face was extremely embarrassed, and he asked, Excellent, I ask you, where are Chinese cigarettes made? Zhao Zhou subconsciously said, China. Zhang Ming nodded and said, Why can you buy Chinese-made cigarettes in China, but still smuggled? Zhao Zhou frowned and said, Hey, brother Zhang Ming, what you said is really interesting. I don't think I understand. Maybe Juan has some other channels? Zhang Ming sighed and asked, I'll ask you again. You bought 2 pieces of soft china from your girlfriend, and they were smuggled. Then finally, did you get the job done? No. As soon as Zhao Zhou thought of this, he said distressedly, At that time, the cigarette was passed, and then there was no more information. Later, I called and asked people, but he blocked my phone. This is what happened. Now I still remember that on the 15th day of the Lunar New Year, I have to buy 2s of paper money and burn it on the side of the road, cursing the fool who lied to me 2 cigarettes to die sooner. You're really a god. Zhang Ming rubbed his temples, and he finally knew why Zhao Zhou was so hanging. So he asked, Excellent, you have been with your girlfriend for 2 years, have you had any relationship? Zhao Zhou blushed and said shyly, I want it to happen, but it hasn't happened yet. Juan told me that she wants to save her most precious first night until the day of her wedding, and I respect her decision. Zhang Ming scratched his hair and asked him, Then you didn't hear what was wrong with the sound she made when she called? Under what circumstances would a woman make such a sound? Ah, the sound of the creaking mattress. Think about it carefully. Think about the Japanese movies you may have seen, the ones with few people and simple scenes, usually the ones with 1 man and 1 woman. Zhang Ming wanted to click on Zhao Zhou. He felt that he was just talking about it. It's impossible for Zhao Zhou to understand it? But he didn't expect that after hearing his problem, Zhao Zhou said with a serious face, Of course a woman would make such a sound when her waist was twisted and she needed to practice her waist in bed. After that, Zhao Zhou said distressedly, It's a pity that my dormitory is too far from her home. Otherwise I will buy 2 packs of plasters and send them to her. Zhang Ming sneered and said, Also buy a hairy plaster, just buy 2 boxes of Yuding. Otherwise there may be something wrong. What? Zhao Zhou hurriedly asked, "What is Yuting? Is it for waste treatment? Isn't it good? Is it expensive? How much is a box? Come on." Zhang Ming waved his hand and said, "You can stay at home first. I have to go. I will handle the fund business as soon as possible. If no accident, you can get the money after a week."